You know, it's funny, whenever Dave produces something, there's never a dull moment, and there's always something exciting that happens. Case in point, we went to California City, which is, I don't even know where the hell it is, but is it near Edwards?
Yeah.
It's near Edwards Air Force Base or thereabouts, and it's big, wide open desert space area. And we went there to
Tehachapi.
Tehachapi?
Tehachapi, California. It's right.
We went there to
Tehachapi.
We went there to chuck stuff, and I use this. This is verbatim from Dave himself. I said, Dave, why are we going there? And he said, to chuck stuff out of an airplane door. So I said, okay, all right, that makes sense. So we get out there, and he shows me the plane that we're going to be flying in. And I say, what's the budget on this commercial, Dave? Because it doesn't look like this plane has been flying in a while. And
Waldo Pepper was the last guy.
Really, yeah. The great Waldo Pepper flew this plane.
The dead Waldo Pepper. Yeah.
And then after he died, it hasn't flown since. Man, oh man. No doors on the plane, no doors at all. Just, you know, the wind. The wind is whipping through. And I'm thinking, Dave, can you hear the wind blow through your ears? Because this plane is just not safe. We got up there, and we got down. And Dave says, we get up there, and Dave says, let's jump. And I go, because he's chucking crap out the door, like, you know, computers. It's for Intel. It was a infomercial for Intel. And he had me playing like a lieutenant sergeant guy who jumps out of a guy who jumps out of planes and things like this, you know. And Dave says, you know, we could jump if we wanted to. And I said, well, I don't want to, Dave. I don't want to. And he tells me this when we're up there, and there's like 7 other guys that all have parachutes on. And have you ever been up there with these kids? They're between the ages of like 19 and 24, and they're insane. And you got to see how they. If I was going to jump out of a plane, I'd be very reluctant. Wouldn't you a little bit? Wouldn't you have apprehensions? Wouldn't you get to the door and kind of go, oh, Christ. You know, this is how these kids are. I'm standing in the front seat. I'm sitting in the front seat right here, and the kid's talking to me, and we're just blabbing back and forth, and of course the pilot's here, and I'm here, and I got chains, forget the belt, I got chains around me holding me in this plane, because there's no door, and the plane is whipping wind and crap, and all of a sudden the green light comes on, and he says, time to go. He says, I'll see you down there. That's how he jumps out of the plane. None of this shit. None of this. You know, none of that. And then Dave says, hey, let's jump.
You go first.
Yeah.
I'll be right behind you.
I says, Dave, I'm an actor. I act like I jump. I don't need to jump. God. And I get down there, and these kids are like, wow, man, right on, that was some jump, huh? I said, yeah, it was great, yeah. I'm sick to my stomach and nothing happened. I'm still chained in the seat. I'm about to vomit just watching what you did. Any jump you can walk away from is a good jump, yeah, right. Exactly. Well, see, I feel that way about landings. Feel that way about nice and easy.
Actually, yesterday on the plane, Jay said anytime you can walk away from the food service on the plane.
Yeah.
Airplane food is a good flight.
And then, of course, the pilot, see, he was a fun guy, too. I didn't know I was flying with Sky King. Once these crazy kids jumped out of the plane, and all of the stuff, all of this Intel heavy equipment that we had, Dave had already chucked out of the plane. See, because first the equipment went, and then these kids jump out, and the kid's got like a Sky camera on his head, and another kid's got a camera, you know, underneath his arm, and they shoot this stuff falling as they pass it in the sky, and then they get out of its way, and they pull their own chutes, and they pull the chutes on the Intel computer. I mean, it's crazy what they were doing. I said, Dave, how much are you paying these kids? You know, nothing. That's good, Dave. That's good. That's great, because you could pay me $7 million and I wouldn't do what they're doing.
These guys were just so you don't need any of these computers back? No. So they can just splat in the desert floor? Yeah. Oh, we're doing this. Yeah, we're in. This is good. We're in.
So now all the equipment's out of the plane because, you know, we've thrown it out the door, or they've thrown it out the door. I'm chained in the seat. I don't want to know nothing. I don't even know why the hell I was up there. I have no idea. Dave says, come on, it'll be fun. Shit. So they threw everything out of, I shouldn't even say the door. There's no door. We threw everything out the hole in the side of the plane. So now everything's gone, and now Skippy or Sky King or whatever the hell his name is, you know, the guy's got like one eye. He can't see out of the other one. He's deaf. He's like 80 years old, and he's flying a plane. So he's a perfect heart attack victim, and he's flying this plane. I don't know how to fly. Something happens to him, we're gone. And I'm thinking we're gone anyway because this plane flew with Waldo Pepper. So he puts the plane into one of these. He goes, all right, hold on. We got to catch up to the guys. I said, catch up to what guy? And all of a sudden, we went from this to this. I'm like this in the plane. And now he goes, whoa, like this. And I go, oh, Christ.
Which is good. That's why there's the hole in the side of the door. So the projectiles can kind of just float out and not hit the dashboard. And when we got to the ground, Jay goes, why did you have to make such an abrupt sort of dive? And he goes, just trying to save on fuel.
And yeah. And this guy was
we'll pay for gas.
This guy
Jay's
was like
peeling $5 bills off. No, we'll cover the gas costs.
This guy was like so ungentle, you know, just one of those old crusty guys. Hold on to your ass now, Sonny. You know, one of those guys. And I'm like, oh, Christ, I can't even breathe. I'm like, trying to catch my breath. Dave is behind me. Don't worry about it. We'll be all right. Shit. I said, David, I never want to talk to you ever again. Ever again. Hey, we saved a lot of money, man. Shit. Let me know how much, because I'll pay the extra to have a good plane and a sane pilot. So that's what I did this year. Well, this plane had doors on it. I didn't mind. This plane, you know, this plane said United, had a name on the side of it. No. Well, the one that Dave Haddison had a name on the side of it, too. I think it said, like, Lucky Lucy or something. And it had no door. Lucky, you know. I'm serious. This plane had no doors. It was wide open in the back on both sides and wide open in the front on both sides. I said, you see, it doesn't seem like it would be flyable, or whatever the word is for flyable. You know, airworthy? I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. And the higher you go, of course, the thinner the air gets. You don't have to. I graduated the 8th grade, so the thinner the air gets,
barely,
right? and the wind gets whipping in there, and now these guys are throwing equipment out the door and his parachutes, and you know, and my shirt is up in my face, and I'm just holding on for dear life, and the pilot is just like no manners at all. What's the matter, Sonny? And I go, oh, Christ, just what I need. You know, and I'm looking at Dave like, he's insane, you know. He's not with us, man. He's really not with us.
What's so great is where we filmed this, it was right on the cusp of Edwards Air Force Base. So we're up there, 'cause, you know, we're playing and we're throwing stuff out, and then, you know, Edwards Air Force Base, they have maneuvers, and a lot of young men and women who are becoming fighter pilots do all these takeoffs and landings with F-15s, yeah.
And they're, by the way, they're practicing.
Right. So,
you see, which means they're not professionals. They're practicing. So now they're coming by us. We're going your average 200 miles an hour. They're going 2,000 miles an hour when they go by us. And now this. And now Skippy is saying, well, you don't want to get caught in the wake of one of those bastards, boy. It'll really turn you upside down. And I'm thinking, well, then stay away from them. Because, they'll go, whoosh, whoosh, these things are coming by us. And he's like, all right, well, we got to stay out of that goddamn wake, man. Go the other way. What are you thinking, man?
You know what's out of the way? Jay, at one point, Jay goes, well, but I mean, when you have to fly near the Air Force Base, what kind of flight report do you have to file so they know we're here and we know they're there? And he goes, wait, report. No.
Hey, listen, they know me over there. I've been over here for 35 years, man. I go,
like, they don't know we're up here?
I go, you mean nobody knows? I mean, we could be mistaken for something. This doesn't even look like a plane, for Christ's sakes. This could be mistaken for a UFO.
With parts falling out of it.
People get shot down friendly fire all the time, man.
This was last summer.
No, this was pre 9/11, yeah. Oh, I would have never gone up in it after that. Forget it. Oh, no. No way.
Fun with Computers, I think, is the name of that song.